Hey guys, Raya here. It's the beginning of October, which means 9 months of 2023 have already passed us by, and it's time to check in on my resolutions again. I did okay with waking up early, but mostly on our trips since I packed those days in really busy. But since I still struggled with it at home, it meant I wasn't able to get into my in-depth morning routine as much as I'd like. I did great with getting up on time, which means getting up when I intended to and set an alarm for, and it's generally somewhere between 8 to 9:30 most days. I didn't stretch at all, and I'm really disappointed in myself for that. I want to take more control of my health, and I think stretching would be a big benefit to me, so I need to recommit to that. But stretching is definitely more built into the morning routine I have set up, and since I'm not sleeping well and not getting to that morning routine, I'm really struggling with that. I only really did movement on our trips during the summer, so I'd like to make time for walks after meals or just at a walking desk. I'm doing great at morning hygiene, always making sure to get clean and ready for the day, and since that was a struggle for a really long time, I'm definitely proud that I've kept that routine going this year. I'm only around 50% with eating breakfast, and a lot of that success comes from being on trips. And for some reason, I'm really consistent on eating breakfast on Thursdays, but I want to recommit to that and start my day right. I've done great with making sure chores are done in the morning, making sure things are tidied up and just picked up and clean around the house, since it really impacts my mental health and my ability to get stuff done during the day if the house is dirty. I haven't written in my book this quarter, so I definitely have to find a better way to make sure that happens. I've improved a lot on eating a morning snack, and I know that has a lot to do with not eating breakfast and making sure that I'm still eating something in the morning, so I want to make sure that I keep that habit up regularly as I try to incorporate breakfast more often. And honestly, after the middle of the day, I'm great at getting everything else done. I'm pretty consistent with eating that lunch or afternoon snack, obviously getting work done, eating dinner, getting my evening chores done, and then doing my evening hygiene as well. I'm really proud of my consistency with my nightly routine, so I want to keep all of these habits going as I try to improve my mornings in general. I'm doing okay at drinking water. I'm somewhere roughly around 32 ounces of water, which is obviously better than not drinking any water at all, but since my goal is to get to 90, I'm only about a third of the way. And then something that I'm not tracking in an app of any kind, but I am definitely aware of, is the lack of good quality sleep and getting to bed on time. Especially during the month of September, I've really struggled with that, and that's what's triggered my mornings to not being set up for success. I've also noticed this year that I've woken up a lot around 3 a.m. specifically. I looked into it a lot, and what I came up with often had to do with high cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Your cortisol naturally spikes around 3 a.m., which is just to help you get ready to wake up. But if you're living in a stressed state, it can lead to elevated cortisol levels, which means it's too high for what it's supposed to be in the early morning, and it ends up waking you up. It could also be related to a bunch of other things, some of which resonated with me were blood sugar imbalance, hormone imbalance, leaky gut, nutrient deficiency, and sleep apnea. I don't know if I have any of those things. I haven't been diagnosed by a medical professional. I'm also wondering if I suffer from PCOS, and I've wondered that for a really long time now. But regardless of what I'm suffering from that is leading to all of these different scenarios, I do know that I need to take better control of my health. So I've decided to do a new program revamping the last 3 months of this year. I know that that's kind of crazy, and a lot of people don't start a new diet right before the holidays, but since holidays aren't a big deal to me and I don't really pig out on the holidays, I don't think it'll have that negative of an impact. I'm also not doing any sort of crash diet or anything like that. I'm mostly just revamping all of my healthy habits leading into this last 3 months of 2023. So that's gonna look like a new food plan, not a diet, just an increase in protein generally. I'm gonna be taking more vitamins and supplements that I've looked into that will hopefully help some of the symptoms I'm suffering from. And then I want to be doing a nice mental health daily routine every morning involving meditation, a daily check-in, a few little things like that. And I want to make sure that I do this morning routine regardless of when I wake up. So I have kind of locked myself into this mindset that I can only do my fully in-depth morning routine if I wake up at 6:30. I'm going to try to do it no matter what time I wake up and just make sure to take that hour to hour and a half in the morning to take care of myself. I am trying to get serious about waking up at 6:30 and going to bed on time so that I'm willing to wake up at 6:30. But even if I wake up at 8 or 9:30 on the weekends, I'm still gonna have plenty of time to get it done, and I just need to prioritize myself. I'm going to be doing a recap of all of these changes I make for this next 3 months sometime early in 2024. I'm glad that I've been accountable through apps and having data to fall back on instead of vibes or my overall impressions of each quarter as I've progressed this year, and I'm excited to keep going and to take charge of my health. Thanks for watching.